Alright, if you've touched the internet the past week, you already know Kanye is back and edgier than ever. He's been previewing his songs from his new album called Cuck. So far we have 3 of the songs, but this video I'm just going to be talking about one of them. Each of them in their own right technically could have a video, but it's all the same thing. Some background: Cuck is Kanye's newest project. Only 3 of the songs have came out, like I've said, and it's supposed to be his most controversial work yet. The writing credits for most of these songs list Dave Blunt's, which, if you don't know about Dave Blunt's, he's a guy who is so fat that he can't stand on stage when he gives his own concerts. And just a matter of fact, he probably wrote these songs while riding his mobility scooter. Like, does that count as texting and driving? He was probably texting Kanye about what he should put in the song while riding his mobility scooter. So I don't know if that's like illegal and I should call the FBI on him right now, but FBI, CIA, PETA, I'll take a look at Dave Blunt's over here. And of course, the preview of the music was shown by Sneeko and Neon, which again can't be more perfect for his record called Cuck. I mean, Sneeko probably looked at that record and I don't know, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if he started sweating, drooling, blushing just hearing the name. So the 3 singles that we have are World War III, Cousins, and Hail Hitler. There might be more, but I don't really care. World War III, the main thing you know as controversial from that song is he talks about reading Mein Kampf before bed. You know he's never read that book. He's just LARPing. You know he's never read it. Cousins, where he talks about giving his cousin actual head, which is, you know, lyrical miracle type of stuff. Like, thank you, Kanye. I really needed to hear that. And for the hat trick, he's pulling out Hail Hitler, where that is literally the hook. It's like a middle school Xbox Live lobby, but you add in a few 808s and some good production value. So if you haven't seen the video, you've got a bunch of black men all in their Viking discount cosplay chanting. To be completely honest with you, it really feels like one of those fake deep artists who are trying to say that their music video is actually extremely abstract and you just won't get it in the first listen. You just gotta like keep listening and like it will actually get to you, man. That is how it comes off, and it is truly just ass. There's no nice way of putting it. It is just ass. The production value is nice and pretty, but whenever you hear Kanye is the worst part of his own song and it's a song about hailing Hitler, like that is a high bar to pass. Like, how do you be the worst part of your own song when it's your own song about hailing Hitler? How do you make that the worst part? So, bit of the lore. That song, it went up on X. It blew up, kinda, got a few million clicks, but of course, got pulled off of Spotify and Apple within 2 days. Even SoundCloud put a warning on that song. And I mean, SoundCloud has not put a warning on, like, doesn't put warnings on anything. So that is actually kind of shocking. That is the most shocking thing Kanye's ever done, and that's him getting warned on SoundCloud. But none of this is really new. Kanye has been farming the edgelord meta since like 2018. He's just been trying his hardest to make it work, and honestly it comes off as desperate because the attention he wants is just not getting to him. Like in 2018, as edgy as he would be like, the edgiest thing he would do would be take a selfie with a MAGA hat, which frankly nobody cares about. It's just not shocking. In 2022, he tried to step it up a little bit with a White Lives Matter t-shirt next to Candace Owens. Again, just not very shocking. It doesn't really do much for anyone. Like, it's just not shocking. Not controversial, just boring. 2023, he finally got his first taste of that edgelord meta finally working out. And that's when he went on, like, Alex Jones' podcast, or whatever happened to that guy, but Alex Jones' podcast, and said he loves Hitler. I think the funniest part about that is not him saying he loves Hitler, or the fact that he's dressed up like a wannabe Satanist. It's the fact that Alex Jones has to sit there and be like, hey, I don't know if we want to say all that. Like, I mean, if Alex Jones is the median voice in whatever conversation you're having, that is probably a unique conversation. I'll just put it at that. In 2025, he finally pulls out his magnum opus, or he finally pops his ult, and that is Cuck. Even though these years have been passing by and this attention's just not been getting to him, the plan just never changes. It's say something he thinks is shocking, wait for outrage, farm the attention, rinse and repeat. He will never stop doing that until he eventually just loses everything. Beyond that, I think the reason I needed to make a video on this, and the reason I just find it a little too funny to ignore, is the fact that Kanye is black. His ex-wife is like Armenian. He's co-parenting a mixed child. Like, if I pulled the average Nazi and just showed them a family portrait of Kanye's family, they would probably spontaneously combust looking at that. They would hurt so badly to look at that and to realize that that guy is he is the Nazi. If I use my Wolfenstein particles to resurrect Hitler right now and have him crawl back out of his bunker, and for him to find out that his entire brand is mainly being forefronted by a bipolar black rapper crying about child custody, he would speedrun his suicide a second time just out of pure necessity. Now, I can't lie to you, shock value can low-key be a money printer. The amount of money to be had there by just putting something shocking can't be slouched on, but not for Kanye. Kanye is a mainstream rapper, so of course he's gonna always have his teenage audience because he's a mainstream rapper. But also, being a mainstream rapper, he loses all these brand deals he used to maintain, like Adidas, Gap, Balenciaga. Like, all of these guys aren't gonna associate with them. Can you even blame them? Like, why would I want to have my brand be associated with a guy who, if we're being realistic, within like 5 years, he is going to do something crazy and probably going to be a danger to himself. Like, I don't want to be that guy sitting there still giving him money when we know about what he's about to do. We can just tell the type of person he's going to be. So he's left with like a very small audience. The teenagers who, I don't know, still watch him, and the old heads who spend like 18 hours a day on Twitter and buy Third Reich lunchboxes off of Facebook Marketplace. So it's not that big of a niche anymore. Of course, I know as soon as I say this, the Kanye fans are actually going to be like, actually, this is a meta-satire exposing societal hypocrisy. But bro, like, yelling Hail Hitler over a trap beat isn't really commentary. It's like a 14-year-old spamming hard R's on Overwatch because his parents cut out the Wi-Fi. He's not deep, he's mad and trying his hardest to make other people angry, but it just doesn't work because it's so embarrassing. It comes off as more desperate and embarrassing rather than insulting to anyone. And it's not just his bipolar disease. Like, we can't just blame him being bipolar for this issue. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of people with BPD who just don't turn into a fat black Nazi. Not that I'm insulting his race. I mean, lyrically, he's talking about how he can't see his kids, and honestly, can I blame them? Can I blame the people who won't let him see his kids? Like, I just need to put this into perspective. Imagine your spouse, his whole brand turns into being a Nazi, being insane. If my spouse's brand became being a retard, and they want to be around my children, I don't think I'd want to have a mentally ill retard all over my kids. I don't think that's mean or like crazy to say. Just stay away. I think, but truly, like, the saddest part about this, the biggest, most sad part about this is it's just not shocking. He's trying his hardest to be shocking, but it doesn't work. I mean, keep in mind, this guy's been having his Twitter rants over and over and over, trying to be more shocking than the last time. But God, nobody cares. Like, how many rants does this guy need to have? Because he recognizes whenever he loses attention, it's going to be a rant or a random song. It's one of those two. It's like Playboy Cardi trying to be mysterious and full of aura, but you just come off as a fucking deadbeat. That's the thing with Kanye. It is just the exact same with Kanye. He tries his hardest to be mysterious and edgy, but it comes off as desperate. Just desperate as hell. And it's even like, you know what's even worse? You can tell he's not genuine. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so clear that he's not even genuinely into this. He's just LARPing. I don't even know why you would, but he is LARPing as a fascist for attention. It's just LARP. He's not even a real one. So honestly, where does this end? He's probably gonna drop another merch drop. It's gonna be swastikas, Hail Hitler, etc, etc. It's not gonna make money. He's gonna crash out on Twitter again. And this cycle is gonna keep repeating until that guy is just gone and high on some random fucking crack. So that's the update. Thanks.